Hi, I'm Deb.
And I'm Karen, and we're here answering all of your real estate related questions with the same thoughtful advice we would give our friends. So, Deb, what is today's question?
Today's question is, what do I need to know about VA loans? A couple of episodes ago, we talked about some alphabet soup, and we're going to continue that trend, although I feel like every episode we do has some alphabet soup because that seems to be our industry, right?
Exactly.
So today's alphabet soup is going to be VA loan. I've got a couple of these going right now. Karen, are you doing a few right now?
I am doing one right now.
Okay, so VA stands for Veterans Administration, and we are going to answer 9 like quick fire questions what you need to know about VA loans. So Karen is our expert. I'm just asking the questions
All right.
along with Oliver, PJ. Hold on, there's one more. Albert. Okay, he's down here licking his feet. All right. Question 1, Karen, who can qualify for a VA loan?
If you are a veteran, if you are a surviving spouse of a veteran, you can qualify, or you may qualify. Let me say that you may qualify.
Okay. And question 2, why would someone want a VA loan?
Lots of reasons, but the biggest one is no down payment and
Zero.
zero.
That's
Yes.
pretty awesome. Okay.
Most times it's zero. So if someone has what's called full entitlement, then there is no down payment.
And I assume this is sort of a way of the country saying thank you to our veterans.
It is.
Okay. That's what I always assumed, but yeah.
And
okay.
Hang on real quick. And a close second behind that is there is no mortgage insurance. So there's no extra going into that payment because there's less than 20% down, like other loans factor in. So that's another great reason why somebody may want a VA loan.
Okay. Number 3, why would a veteran not want a VA loan or not go VA?
Someone may not want to go that route if they wanted to buy an investment property. So VA loans are for primary residents only. You have to, they have to live in the home. Another thing too, maybe if they needed a co-signer, possibly, VA may not allow that if that co-signer is not living, in the home. So there's not honestly too many reasons. I don't think that somebody would maybe not want to go that route.
Okay. Number 4, do all lenders do VA loans?
No. That's an easy one. Just no. So definitely check with your lender to see if they offer that.
Okay. Number 5, can I have 2 VA loans? I'm an investor. Can I just go buy up a bunch of houses with VA loans?
Not as an investor, no. But if you are a veteran and you had already used your VA loan eligibility prior, yes, you can have a second VA loan. Now, I will say the caveat to that is if you don't intend to sell your current home, the new home that you are buying using VA financing that you are going to live in as your primary residence, you may be required to put some type of down payment because your entitlement would not have been restored.
Okay, so it's possible, but there's loopholes and nuances. So you should find a good lender like Karen that can explain it all to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Number, I don't know, are we on 6?
I don't know.
Sure. How do VA loan closing costs compare to other loans?
Well, VA loan closing costs, many lenders do not charge an origination fee. So that is one fee that VA says, lender, if you want to charge a fee, that fee cannot exceed 1% of your loan amount. So if a lender wanted to exercise that right and say, we want to charge a fee and we want to go up to the maximum allowed, that could get really pricey, especially if you're dealing with, let's say, $400,000 VA loan, and that lender wants to charge a 1% fee, origination fee, I should say. So closing costs tend to be less because most lenders are not having or waiving the origination fee.
So that sounds like a question that borrowers need to ask when they contact the lender, when they're kind of shopping lenders, is do you
Yes.
charge an origination fee?
Yeah. So that will be lender specific for sure.
Okay. And let's call it 7.
Okay.
Can I refinance a VA loan?
You can refinance a VA loan, and they have an awesome streamlined system. The acronym, another alphabet soup, is IRRL. It's IRRRL.
Earl.
IRRL, yeah.
Earl.
And
I gotta go get my Earl changed in my car.
And what that allows you to do is you don't even need a, they don't require an appraisal on that. So if you're just wanting to do what we call streamline refinance, just to do a rate reduction, it's super, super easy. And then if you wanted to do a cash out, which is allowed, if you wanted to do a cash out refinance, VA does allow you to go up to 100% of the value of the home, which is totally different to the other loans that are out there. Other loan programs require a maximum cash out is 80% of the appraised value. So that's a huge,
yeah, that's huge. And I think the refinancing is especially important right now because interest rates are a little bit higher and everybody's sort of buying right now with the thought, well, I'm going to refinance when rates go down a little bit, probably later this year in a few months. And so with a VA loan, I mean, this is the time that those VA buyers should be out because they've got some negotiating power because there's not as many buyers out there and they know they can easily refinance, down the road a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Question 8, is there a limit on the purchase price for a VA loan?
If you have full entitlement, so those are the words. If you have full entitlement, then there is no loan limit. If you qualify debt to income wise, your loan limit can be as high as you'd like.
That's
if
amazing.
You do not have full entitlement, then you would be restricted to your county, like the county that you're buying the home, you would be restricted to that county's conforming limits, which is 700, like our county and a lot of surrounding counties here in Monroe County, Indiana, you're looking at $726,200 that you might be capped at if you don't have full entitlement. So that's exciting. That's exciting, the pups.
It is exciting. There's also sirens.
Oh,
Can you let me finish this video just real quick? No, probably not.
All right.
We may have to take a siren break.
I don't hear the sirens, but okay. We can.
Do you hear the dogs? Stop.
Nope. I don't.
Stop. Okay. Question 9 is a question for me.
Okay.
I'm asking myself a question.
All right.
Okay. So on the buying side, in terms of buyers and sellers, is a VA loan viewed any differently than any other kind of loan?
I don't.
Yeah. I know what you think, but from my perspective, it is. It can be.
Yeah, I do think it is. Yes. So I do. And I'm not even sure why. I think there could just be some stigma around, a VA loan might be harder. The appraisal or something may be harder for the lender to approve, and that could scare a seller. But no,
that's exactly what it is. It has nothing to do with the 100%. It has nothing to do with obviously the person being a veteran. It has to do with a VA loan, an FHA loan, a USDA loan, alphabet soup. These are government-backed loans, and they require certain kinds of appraisals that look a little bit deeper. And so things can get tripped up by a broken window or some peeling paint or some pretty simple things like that. And nobody likes a tripped up transaction. Sellers want smooth transactions. And there is a concern. I actually just literally in the last half hour had this conversation with my buyer, actually. They're looking at a house and the roof has about 5 years of life left. And she goes, I don't think VA is going to approve that. And I'm like, I think VA probably will. But you never know. And so I think it's that unknown factor that is scaring people. It's not I think something's wrong with my house and I don't want these appraisers to know. It's
right.
I don't know what the appraiser is going to call out because every appraiser is a little bit different. And so people are afraid of the unknown. Yeah. And so they shy away from those. So as much as you can, as someone using a VA loan, as much as you can reassure the seller and maybe say, hey, if things come up on the appraisal, I'll work with you to try and figure out a solution so that we can all get this to the closing table. I think sending messages like that is really, really helpful.
Yes, because the VA loan is very underutilized. You know, I haven't looked up.
Which is amazing. I don't even understand that.
There are the amount of eligible veterans or active duty, you know, surviving spouses. I mean, the amount of people that can fall under that umbrella now, whether they actually, you know, qualify or not for eligibility, but there's so many people out there that aren't utilizing it, and I'm not sure why. But you know, we do a handful, or I should say I do a handful every year. But yeah, I mean, I know that we have a lot of people. We have so many people here, I think, in our community that are in reserves, which is another thing. If you're in national reserves, or then you have to have 6 years of being in that. I about said armed forces. I'm not saying it right, but you have to be 6 years. Yeah. And that's a longer time restriction than it is for, you know,
active duty.
Yeah. Air Force Marine. Okay. Yeah.
So moral of the story is, if you know someone in the military, or if you have been in the military, or if you are a surviving spouse, it's worth investigating. Don't be afraid of it. Don't, I think some people get overwhelmed with like, you have to get a certificate thing. I don't know what the words are, but you have to get a certificate thing. I don't know how to get that.
Your lender can get it. Yep. Your lender can get it.
Yeah. So find a lender who doesn't charge an origination fee on a VA loan. That's all you need to know. And then they will walk you through the rest of it. It is a great product for veterans, and we thank you for your service.
Yes, absolutely. You trust your best friends to give you good advice.
So consider us your best friends in real estate. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.